Hi everyone, my name is Kane and this is Bingeables. Just to clarify, I'm using Bingeables for reviews of TV and streaming shows I watched, to differentiate between shows and movies, which you will continue to find in all the other playlists on this channel. I enjoy a good show, but I'm usually enjoying it more if I've got multiple episodes, if not seasons, to watch. I'm always a little late jumping on the hype train of any given thing, so it might take me months or years before I get to a certain show. And then there are shows I'll never watch. That wasn't the case with Harry Wild, of course. It's a new British show which streams on Acorn TV. It was created by David Logan and stars Jane Seymour, Rowan Nat and Stuart Graham, among others. It's set in Dublin, which is a nice change from the usual London setting, and it's about a retired English professor who happens across murder a lot. It's a little like Murder, She Wrote in that way, but Harry Wild isn't your conservative matron aunt. She's not taking any bullshit, not from her son Charlie, who works as a guard, which is what they call policemen in Ireland, and not from the young man who mugged her in the first episode. Fergus Reid isn't a bad guy, really. He was just in a desperate situation which called for a desperate measure, mugging Harry. But once the two get that out of the way, they start solving cases that seemingly fall into their laps. And Harry thought retirement would be boring. Now, I like the format. I have liked it basically since I watched Murder, She Wrote religiously every week when I was a kid. And Jane Seymour is a very welcome contrast to the matronly detective we've come to know in Miss Marple or Jessica Fletcher. She's sex positive, she doesn't moralize, she just wants you to work hard, play harder and get shit done. Fergus is very much on board with that, and they make a compelling team. Mind, the cases aren't too complicated, even while Harry gets to use a knowledge of literature a bit. They are easy to follow, and the personal drama is very much part of the makeup of the show. And here's where I find the thing I didn't quite like. Her son Charlie and his wife all act very dismissively toward Harry, like retirement is grounds on being total dicks to her. And even by the time of the last episode, Charlie's attitude toward Harry's crime-solving abilities hasn't changed, even though she and Fergus had solved 7 murders by then. It doesn't really make sense and is quite annoying. Apart from that, the show is charming, well-paced and funny. It's not the most serious crime show you will watch, but it's a good time. And its star Jane Seymour is still someone I like to spend an hour or two with on a boring Sunday evening. So yeah, Harry Wild is a show I like, and I think you might too. As I said, Harry Wild is streaming on Acorn TV. Unfortunately, you can't access that outside the US and Canada. But I bet you can find out online where to watch it where you live. Here in Germany, the show was on ZDF, and it's still in their online archive to watch and re-watch. I hope you enjoyed the show and that you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. You can also subscribe and or leave a comment if you want more of this content and maybe have a specific show you think I should watch. I'm always looking for recommendations. Harry Wild is very bingeable.